Ever felt that sinking feeling when you're almost there, about to achieve something, only to be stopped by a tiny detail? Like, you're ready to start investing, finally take control of your finances, or even just open a simple checking account, but you're hit with the question, do you have the necessary documents? It's frustrating, right? You're geared up, ready to go, and then, paperwork. This video is dedicated to eliminating that frustration once and for all. We're going to break down exactly what documents you need to open a bank account, no matter what type. Whether it's a basic checking account, a savings account, a business account, or even an investment account, we've got you covered. Now, before we dive into the specifics, let's understand why banks ask for these documents in the first place. It's not just about making your life difficult. There are crucial reasons behind these requirements, primarily revolving around security and legal compliance. First, there's the Know Your Customer, or KYC, regulation. This is a legal requirement for financial institutions to verify the identity of their customers. It's designed to prevent money laundering, terrorist financing, and other illicit activities. By verifying your identity, banks can ensure they're dealing with legitimate individuals and businesses. Second, verifying your identity protects you. Imagine someone using your name and information to open an account and conduct fraudulent activities. By having robust verification processes, banks help safeguard your financial well-being and prevent identity theft. So, now that we understand why these documents are necessary, let's get into what they actually are. The core document you'll almost always need is proof of identity. This usually means a government-issued photo ID. The most common forms of acceptable ID include driver's license. This is probably the most widely accepted form of ID. It's readily available for most adults and contains a photograph, signature, and other key identifying information. Passport. A passport is another universally accepted form of ID, particularly useful if you don't have a driver's license or are opening an account in a different country. State-issued ID card. Many states offer non-driver identification cards, which serve the same purpose as a driver's license for identification purposes. In some cases, banks might accept other forms of ID, such as a military ID or a permanent resident card, but it's always best to check with the specific institution beforehand. Next up, you'll likely need proof of address. This confirms where you currently live. Acceptable documents for proof of address typically include utility bill. A recent utility bill, such as for electricity, water, or gas, is a common form of proof of address. Make sure the bill is in your name and shows your current address. Bank statement. A recent bank statement from another financial institution can also be used as proof of address. Lease agreement or mortgage statement. If you rent or own your home, your lease agreement or mortgage statement can serve as proof of address. Official mail from a government agency. Mail from agencies like the IRS or Social Security Administration can also be used. It's important to note that these documents usually need to be recent, typically within the last 3 months. This ensures the information is up to date. Now, let's talk about specific account types. While the above documents are generally required for most accounts, there are some additional requirements depending on the type of account you're opening. For a business account, you'll need additional documentation related to your business. This might include business license or registration. This document proves that your business is legally registered and operating. Employer identification number, EIN. This is a tax identification number for businesses, similar to a social security number for individuals. Articles of incorporation or organization. These documents outline the structure and purpose of your business. Ownership agreements or partnership agreements. These documents detail the ownership structure of the business. For investment accounts, such as brokerage accounts or retirement accounts, you may need to provide additional information related to your financial situation, such as your income, employment history, and investment experience. This helps the financial institution assess your risk tolerance and recommend suitable investment products. It's also worth mentioning that some banks may require your Social Security number, SSN, for tax reporting purposes. This is a standard practice and is required by law. Now, a few important points to keep in mind. Original documents. In most cases, banks will require original documents or certified copies. Photocopies are usually not accepted. Check with the bank. It's always best to check with the specific bank or financial institution you plan to open an account with. Their requirements might vary slightly. Online account opening. Many banks offer online account opening, which can be convenient. However, you might still need to provide digital copies of your documents or verify your identity through other means. Opening a bank account shouldn't be a daunting task. By being prepared with the necessary documents, you can streamline the process and avoid unnecessary delays. Remember, having your proof of identity and proof of address readily available is the key. And if you're opening a business account, make sure you have all the relevant business documentation in order. Doing a little preparation beforehand will save you a lot of time and frustration in the long run. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.